Away we go.
A lot of changes again. Canberra decided. All those coming in, there's no risk with them because there's been some doubt over the North Francis.
Yeah, no, there's no risk. We wouldn't pick them if there was any risk. We've been able to do that all the way through this year. We've been really clear when people are unavailable, they're unavailable, and when they're available, we pick them. And we're certainly happy to have all them boys back.
Does that apply to Zach? I guess is he 100% ready to go?
Yeah, I just said that. Everyone we pick, we think are ready to play football. So, look, to update you on Zach, and I can understand the question on Zach, but Zach's basically sprained his hip more than anything else. It wasn't an adductor injury, which we thought it may have been after the game, which soft tissue is a much different thing to handle. So we're really optimistic around Zach being at his best.
Dylan Williams, a bit unlucky?
Yeah, Dylan's not just a bit unlucky, he's a lot unlucky, but we have a lot of our defenders available. Dylan will be our sub. I don't even mind declaring that. He deserves to be part of the team, and we're in a position in the year where we can manage what we need to manage there, and we've got to get the time into players that we want.
It was the first loss of his career. Did you just say you've got to win to stay in the team, Dylan?
Yeah, well, it's a clear thing for him, isn't it? He hadn't had a loss, so it's time. But no, he's been a really worthy part of our team, and he's going to fill the role this week as sub, and Ryan did it last week. I think we're in a really healthy position with our backs, medium tall backs, and he's one of them who we really rate.
How did Tom take the news of his omission?
Oh, I think Tom was aware of what was potentially going to happen if Trent was available, and we were optimistic Trent was going to be available. So he took it the way you expect him to take it.
Just where does that kind of leave him now? I know obviously credits to Collingwood, but I guess
it's no different. He's no different to the position he was in before he played last week. Continue to play well and at the Magpies level and the Sanford level. Keep yourself available for us, and if we require and need and think he can help, we'll certainly still pick him.
Have you been surprised by the size of his drop off this year?
No, drop off's a really harsh word, but I think I'm being more surprised at the development of some of the people in front of him now that have held him out of the team at times, and that's where we haven't always had the depth of. Lockie Jones is a really emerging young player. I think that's really important. Miles Bergman, again, really emerging young player. And Tom's not dissimilar in size to him, although we ask him to play a bit taller. Both those boys have been able to improve their game to a level that's significant and deserve to play AFL football. And Tom, at a stage in his career, dropped off. Your word, dropped off a little bit. I wouldn't say it's been a big drop off by Tom.
You know him better than anyone, probably. He's got so much going on with life outside of football. Do you envision him being the sort of person that would want to stick around and prolong his career if he was just playing?
Again, that's a question more for Tom than me. I think that there's always a time in your career that you sit back and reflect on where you're at and what you want to do and what you want to achieve next. And Tom will go through that at the right stage. It's not now. It's not a we're not having a retirement press conference around Tom.
Ken, the team looks better on paper, but it didn't look bad last week. But you didn't get a result. You didn't get the sort of performance you wanted. So what do you think triggers a better performance this week?
We're really clear with the way we play our best. So, without sitting here and running through that and describing everything that we're going to do to hopefully play better than we played last week, we know exactly what that is, and we reflected on that on Monday, and we looked at those things, and we're very hopeful that we've been on a really big run of wins, and at some point, rightly or wrongly, we've had a drop-off last week that way below the level we expect and want. Our job is to rectify that this week.
So how do you handle Nick Dacos this time, particularly after what happened?
I think it's a quality player that everyone's tried to handle in different ways, and we'll be doing the same. But let's not get confused with Nick Dacos. When you get two generational players in father and son, probably three at Collingwood, that's a gift that they've been given, and they're maximising it at the moment. For us, the challenge is to limit what they get. The collective is going to be more important than one or two individuals, and we're playing the best team in the competition by their admission. They are the best team in the competition. They've said that themselves publicly. July's a good time to be ranked one.
Greg McRae yesterday said surely Will and Drew will stand on Nick Dacos at the first bounce. He was egging you on a bit.
Fly did that last time. I mean, he's enjoying his time as a coach, so good on him, and we wish them all the best. We just hope we beat them.
Jack Rewalt last night said he'd like to see Zach Butters and Nick Dacos.
Who said this?
Jack Rewalt last night said he'd like to see Zach Butters and Nick Dacos go head to head against the two young guns. Does that come into thinking at some point?
No, it doesn't. It comes into winning, and for us, we're going to set out to try and win. That's our ultimate aim for the game, and it's a great game. It's 1v2 and worthy 1v2, and I think that's really important to remember. And we look forward to the challenge. We get the individual challenges of Collingwood, but the collective challenges for them and for us is what's going to basically make the outcome happen.
Given they're so strong in clearances, how do you, I guess, go about that, trying to nullify them and actually score against them from clearances?
Yeah, again, and we're a very good clearance side ourselves too. So there's some strengths on both teams, and ultimately the game will be won and lost in an area by one of the two teams. For us, whether it's clearance, whether it's transition, whether it's defence, they're all going to play a part in a really good and exciting game.
How much do you factor in weather if it does get wet? Is that relevant?
No, every time we factor in the weather getting wet, it gets dry, and every time we think it's going to be dry, it's wet. So we don't know. We'll wait until we get here. No, look, the game changes. I mean, the difference in today's game is you get dry balls regularly. You get great surfaces, an oval to play on, and it's rarely too influenced too much by some days in the past that I'm lucky enough to remember. You don't have those sort of games anymore. It's going to be a fierce contest. What the weather will do is make the contest more important.
When you've got the two best teams in the country, certainly on win-loss anyway, and you're this close to finals, how important is it, if at all, to get a mental edge heading into the business end if you have to play?
I think the most important thing is to continue to win games of football for us, to try and get, as I've said right from the start of the year, to try and get the highest qualifying position we can get, and we're in the middle of doing that right now. It won't have a massive bearing either way for either side come later in the year if we're both lucky enough to qualify high.
Have you made anything, or the players made anything of Braden Maynard's comments after the game last?
Who?
Braden Maynard's comments last Saturday?
As I said, they're very clear on their description of themselves, Collingwood, and they rightly own that description.
Do you think your players will rise to that? Do you think they'll be giving it back?
No, our players will rise to the opportunity that they've got in front of them, and that is to play in a big game, 1v2, and we look forward to that.
You say that every week's a tough game, but you sense this next 3-week patch is taking it up a notch. It's almost like a mini-final series for you. I don't, because of the quality of the competition. They're always good. They're always, if you look at the draw that we've had, we're going to play Collingwood twice, we're about to play Geelong twice, we're about to play Adelaide twice, we've had Essendon twice, Bulldogs twice. Quality of competition is so high, and what is there now? Is there 14 teams trying to still play finals? They're pretty dangerous teams when they're trying to play finals. Was the most notable thing last week that pressure game that has given you the winning run just dropped off, so Carlton was able to score easier than what other teams have been able to score against you? So how do you re-crank that one up again?
No, I think, again, as I said earlier in the start of the press conference, is that we looked at the things that make us play best, and we think that one of those things is that we're able to pressure really well. Carlton applied enormous pressure to us last week. We didn't stand up for the first time in 14 weeks. That's fact.
Was it an anomaly, do you feel like?
14 weeks. It's probably fair to, at this stage, judge it as an anomaly.
Well, good.
Thank you.
Wildcards, how do you feel about wildcards? Because that's on the agenda again. Do you have a feeling of how the final series should play?
I feel that the AFL will tell us what we need to do, and we'll just do it. Thank you.